Hey everyone, it's Libby from Maighstirtarot. I'd like to acknowledge the Worimi First Nations people. It's WORIMI, and welcome to you, your guides, my guides, and the universal energies. Thank you for joining me. First up, I want to give a huge thanks to my amazing team of viewers who send me information. I get hundreds of emails a day, and every so often my guides will grab me by the eyeballs and say, you need to research this further, have a look into it. So thank you for keeping me updated. You guys know who you are. You are absolutely amazing. Okay, just very quickly, I just want to mention I've done several readings on the past on Zorro Ranch. Put Zorro in the search engine if you want to. Trigger warning for those readings. There was a lot that my guides were telling me during the readings that I did not repeat. My vibe is that Epps Island was the island was the party island. Zorro was the place where the worst of the worst of the worst happened, and it will be uncovered going into the future. What else do I want to have a look at? Oh, Liam and his father have been released. Just so much thanks. Just surrounded him in white light and just really prayed that he would be okay, and it appears that he is, and his father's been released. But do not forget all the other children that are being held in detention and the thousands, and I'm talking about thousands of people that were seized by ICE, stuck into camps such as Alligator Alcatraz in Florida, and have fallen off the system. I have read on that in the past. Again, it wasn't a very pleasant reading at all. So if you put in, probably Alligator or Alcatraz into the search engine, you'll find those particular readings. A few of you have asked, how did I get here? Again, put journey into the search option and you'll find two videos, part 1 and part 2 of my journey of how I've gotten here. I also did do a reading probably October, early November last year about my upgrade and my new guide. So the upgrade's really interesting. I just want to mention that at night time I used to line all my chakras up, set them alight, put the light shine, almost like a Batman light, shining out to a central point. They would then become a white light, and I would surround myself, my family, my house, etc., in that white light. What I'm actually finding recently is that when I envision protection when I go to sleep, I'm actually seeing my body in its almost like a shadow, a dark shadow, but lit up with, if you think of those videos where they show the nerve links all lit up in different colors, etc. That's how, when I'm going to sleep and I'm putting my protections, that's how the body is lighting up nowadays. So it's really, really interesting, and I'm actually enjoying this new energy. I'm really hoping to be able to look at special interest things going into the future, but just need to get past what's happening at the moment. Okay, what do I want to have a look at in this particular reading? Fulton County. With the documents being, the voting records being seized from 2020. I read on it the other day, and then after I did the reading, I went, duh. 2020, they're trying to overturn the 2020 election. A lot of you said, oh, it's because they want our records of how we voted. If that's what they were after, they would have gone after the 2024 records. It's not it is a little bit, but it's not about how you voted back in 2020. It is an attempt to overthrow the Biden administration, declare it illegitimate, because remember how they were auto pen, trying to make the auto pen signatories illegal for Biden? Well, I'm pretty sure the Orange Twerp didn't sign all 1,600 January the 6th pardons himself. They failed on that. So this is what they're attempting to do now, is to create an illegitimacy of the Biden administration. Now, a few of you then also said, but hang on, that would mean this is his third term and he's not allowed 3 terms and all the rest of it. He has been rabbiting, yapping, touting a third term for months, 6 months or more. Actually, he's been doing it for even longer, way back when he was claiming fake results. Years ago, he started to put the feelers out. Well, it's gaining intensity for a third term. I'm just going to say the US and therefore the world is in completely uncharted waters at the moment. Nothing about this is status quo. Problem is the corporate Dems, the old Dems in Congress, etc., including Jeffries, acting as if this is normal. None of what is happening is normal. This is not status quo. I posted something in my post section this morning about how a completely new constitution is going to be required. And I've also been saying that for years as well, that the constitution will be rewritten. It won't be band-aided over, it won't be amended, it will need to be absolutely rewritten after this. So where am I going with this? I want to have a look at just what's going to come out of seizing these voting records. Now, I'm just going to point out that I thought it was Illinois, but it wasn't. It was Missouri. It was a judge from Missouri, the Attorney General of the East District. Sorry about this. Let me just have a little sip of peppermint tea. The attorney from the East District signed the warrant for these documents to be seized. Now, this is Thomas Albus. Sorry about the rant. I'm just giving you all the background so you know where I'm going with it. So to seize the documents in the Northern District of Georgia. Why not the Northern District of Georgia Attorney General? Because he wouldn't have signed it. Now, apparently, Thomas Albus was secretly, so this is only just being revealed now, was given the role by Bondi of the DOJ, the power to investigate fraud against election fraud anywhere in the United States. So in all 94 Attorney General districts, he was secretly given authority, entertainment only while I'm thinking of it, to have overreaching powers against all all attorney districts. So he's been sort of elevated above all the attorney generals. Now, who is this Thomas Albus? He was the assistant to the Attorney General Eric Schmidt in 2020 when Schmidt tried to overturn. He was one of those attorney generals that combined with some Texas dudes to overturn the election results. Brought the court cases forward to overturn the 2020 election. Oh, God, he's so deep in this. And if you Google him and have a look, he's got Barr vibes all over him, Bill Barr vibes. Schmidt became the Republican senator and promoted Albus, I believe, in 2025 to the position of Attorney General. So he's only just been put in as Attorney General. Now, Albus was also, if you want to know how entwined it goes, was a key speaker at a Federalist Society Attorney General Roundtable in November of 2025. Right at the beginning of, yeah, okay. So recently. So, Thomas Albus. And I'm going to show you this side of my runic tarot. I'm just getting again, this is not going to end well for him. Any of these that were involved in this. So, Thomas Albus signed the warrant to seize the Fulton County 2020 voting records. If they wanted to seize them for how people voted, they would have seized the 2024. This is not about how people voted. This is about doubling down, overturning Biden's presidency. Now, if they declare Biden's presidency illegitimate, it will overturn, theoretically, will have a claim overturning to make anything that Biden signed into law illegitimate. This is about the law this isn't about pardons. This isn't about anything to do with this. This is about the law that Biden signed that I've posted multiple times in my post section going back the last 12 months. Sorry, I do post a lot in my post section, so it gets lost in the flood. I do know that. But just trust me. Biden signed into law a document that was included in a bill that went through Congress that allows the removal of an administration, an entire administration, if there is election fraud proven and or there is treason proven. So if there was foreign interference in the elections. This is what this seizing is about. And also Albus, as I said, double down. Yep. So we've got some sort of agreement here, and we've got the raping and pillaging. When I'm talking about votes, pentacles mean votes, bringing an end. Bringing an end. How do I put this? Oh, thank you. Parcel delivery. 10 of Pentacles. Raping, pillaging, stealing, oligarchical money, legacy, bringing an end to a legacy here. Okay. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Is this what they're intending? Is this what they are trying to do? Undo Biden's... I keep getting drawn back to this one law because they can't overturn it. They can't overturn it by royal decree. It is a congressional King of Swords. This is a congressional law that cannot be overturned by royal decree. Now, Jack Smith recently came out and said, yes, there is, he has enough to prosecute the orange twerp and therefore the regime. This is my Jack Smith card as well. Oh, gosh, what have we got here? 5 of Pentacles. They know that they were not elected. This regime and the orange twerp's last regime were not elected. 5 of Pentacles. It would be devastating for them because we've got here the 7 of Swords, the abuse, the betrayal, the stealing, the sabotage, the win at any cost against those that are trying to protect. We've got the King of Wands, some sort of action being taken in defiance. Page of Wands. It's usually my Vive la Resistance card. The legislators taking action. It's my Slava Ukraine card as well, but it's not Ukraine in this instance. Ukraine is doing amazingly well. What have we got here? Messaging coming forward, information coming forward about the steel. Five of Swords. Those are the cards. Use the rest of the deck. Those are the cards that fell out. Because they know that they're outed. Information coming from an unexpected source with the Page of Cups. Just bring it down so you can see me shuffling. Tend to poker shuffle in segments. Ooh, and there's the Emperor. Information coming from an unexpected source that's going to restore balance. Hope so. What's behind the Emperor there? Oh, wow. Five of Cups. Corruption. Disregard for human life. Indolence. And then we've got the Flea. The attempted flee. He knows he's in big trouble. The whole regime knows they're in big trouble. I keep getting this is what they're trying to overturn. So let's have a look. Let's have a look. Is this what they're... okay, show me clearly, behind the overturning, behind the seizing of the Fulton County. Now, I know yep, government. Now, I do know that if they show that, you know, we found 12,000 extra votes and therefore it's more than enough to overturn Georgia, therefore we've got this number of seats. I know it's not enough to overturn the election, but it is enough to start the process of if they cheated here, then they must have cheated everywhere else. Don't underestimate the deviousness and how low they will sink to try and achieve what they're after. Entertainment only. Come on down. So yes, it's all about governance. The Hierophant. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. I'm almost scared to keep going. And the false victory. This could be claiming a false victory, or because it's in the challenge position, it is the false victory of this government. Now, it's the Six of Wands. A lot of readers read this as a victory, and it's usually the dude on the horse. But if you have a look at the dude on the horse, nobody is cheering, nobody is celebrating. He looks like he's in a very uncomfortable position. His horse looks like he's going to bolt. To me, it's a false victory. And have a look at the symbol at the top there. Now, I know historically it is a symbol of power and good, but it is a symbol of power. The false victory to grab power and of the government. And that is what is at the world. End of an era. This is the energy they're stewing in. Now, I'm always drawn to Indiana Jones and the Raiders of the Lost Ark. When I see this card and the Nazis appear in the box and they all turn to dust because they know that they are at an end and they're desperately trying to hold on. The World card. In the past, we've got the Seven of Swords, the reap what one sows. Target honours back here. All these votes on the wall, and the sword of truth pointed downwards. So that's in the past. Boy, crowning this reading, we've got the Temperance card. Looking over the shoulder, trying to rebalance, trying to spin. Okay, thank you. Trying to create something out of the Temperance card can also mean alchemy, so trying to create something out of nothing. When I'm thinking of the traditional Rider-Waite decks, can be creating a false narrative. Right, the Page of Cups. Something unexpected being announced out of left field. Okay, thank you. What I'm getting from this is there's going to be some sort of declaration of, look, see, we found it. Out of left field. Treason, external treason. What they're doing is treasonous. Absolutely. What this regime is doing is treasonous, and it is going to hasten their ending. Three of Swords, externally. Internally, Three of Cups. They think, oh yeah, we got it all going down. Look at this bounty that we've got. We done it. We achieved it. But then it's externally, no. Hopes and fears. Secrets being revealed with the High Priestess, Bison in the room, trying to keep it under cover. Oh, I'm getting chills up my legs. Right. Three of Pentacles. So we've got 3 threes here in the outcome already. Just seeing what number some of these cards are. Three of Pentacles. Working behind the scenes. Okay, thank you. Working behind the scenes to alter the votes. This person here, we had this in my reading of Friday. Different deck, but again, it was the hammer, the chisel. I had this card actually as well, just the different form, the Rider-Waite deck, changing the votes behind the scenes. Lovers, some sort of contract agreement that was agreed upon by those that are actually in control. And then we've got the Six of Swords as they attempt to pack up the truth and move forward to a new beginning. But we've got the Two of Wands here. Plan, in the planning stage. Then we've got the Six of Pentacles. Casting it. Okay, the plan is to cast out Biden's government with some sort of false announcement, that Knight of Cups. But I think, is this them on the defensive, or is this them bringing down the wrath? With the Seven of Wands and the military moving in. The Chariot card. The military moving in as the lies are exposed with that Five of Swords. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Eight of Cups, so the little squirrel nicking off. You got Biden here. And the Ten of Wands. Oh, not Biden, the Orange Twerp, sorry, King of Pentacles. The little squirrel nicking off. The King of Pentacles. Trying to bring things to an end and plant the seeds for the next stage. But guardrails are going to stand, and there is strength in the defiance, and there is the ending of Dear Leader. Oh boy, desperately trying to hold on with that four of Pentacles. It's almost like taking the votes that they want and setting fire to the rest. But there's my D&I Haynes and the Sun card. And these people are going to find themselves entrapped by the messaging they put out with that Four of Pentacles. because there's my Biden card, the King of Cups, Magician, and information coming at it from overseas. There's a lot of it, and protecting, and it's going the Hanged Man. It's going to stop this Emperor. They're doing something really, really, really stupid because they think they're getting away with it, but they're not. It is being seen for the treasonous actions that it is. So, but I will have a quick look. Will they get away with it? This is what they're doing. Will they get away with it? And I'm talking about the regime. And as I poker shuffle and split the deck, there's my Biden card again, and there's the High Priestess. Trying to keep under wraps. Elephant in the room, bison in the room, but it will be seen. The secrets will come out and it will be seen, the dark underbelly. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Will they get away with it? Will they get away with it? I'm not going to say it's the orange twerp because it's not. It's all those behind. Will they get away with it? Attempting to steal? Will they get away with it? Ace challenged by the Ace of Cups. Birth of something new. Fertility, cleansing. Will they get away with it? I am drawn to the ruins and I'm desperately trying to look at what they mean here. So we've got the arrow pointing downwards as the first ruin. Now pointing up, it can mean honor, justice, leadership, authority. It's pointing down. So it is disjustice or unjust. It is lack of leadership. It is lack of authority. So it's bringing an end to this. Now the second symbol there is like a bit of an N, and that can mean physical strength and untamed potential. So it's an end, and then we've got the strength of something coming forward, and then we've got the little B there. I'm not sure what that actually means, but the B normally means new beginnings. So dishonest, unjust, lack of leadership is coming to an end, challenged by the cleansing of it. There's, again, at the bottom, we've got this false victory, the energy that they're stewing in. Will they get away with it? This is the smoke and mirrors and the poor choices with the Seven of Cups in the past, the delusion, in the past, crowning this reading, D&I Haynes there again. Or it could be some other inspirational female that comes forward, but it's my D&I Haynes and her report that we have not yet seen. It's usually released within months about the legitimacy of an election. There's the military coming in again. We've got the Empress card, the painful birth of something new as the wheel turns. And we've got here new information about votes. Will they get away with it? I'm going to say no. There's the fleeing card, the Six of Swords. Will they get away with it? The outcome, Nine of Swords. They won't. Can you see that looks almost like either spelling out Putin or Russia? The Nine of Swords, the nightmare situation next to D&I Haynes, who has this information. Full illumination with the sun, and there's Biden's order that will change everything. Wheel of Fortune. Biden, Wheel of Fortune. Oh boy, oh boy. No, they won't. This is why they are so desperate to do so. Oh boy. However, why are they taking so long? Because the US in the past historically, yep, 5 of Cups, just indolent disregard, corruption, you name it, disregard for human life. Because the US has been having an opportunity to learn this lesson for decades. There was the Gore cheating. There was the 2015 cheating. There was 2020 cheating, but they didn't get away with it then, which is why the orange twerp, he was promised that he would win, and that's why he's never been able to let go of the fact that he was beaten, because he was promised that he was going to win. And then the 2024 cheating. But it goes right back to the fact that Nixon was not held accountable. He was pardoned. And then you had Reagan, who manipulated behind the scenes to prevent Carter getting a second term. There have been these lessons over and over and over and over again. Gore was the big one because that was Jeb Bush, George W.'s brother in Florida, where with the hanging chads, where the paper was faulty, so it didn't prevent it punching straight through. It was so close. And then Jeb Bush, because the states are in control of conducting the election, stopped the hand counting, declared the hanging chads illegitimate, and then stopped the hand counting when Bush was ahead. Turns out Gore won that state. So this lesson has been there over and over and over again, and this is why we're going through this at the moment, is to really slap the complacency out of that middle sector of the US, not you guys, but those ones that go, oh, it doesn't affect me, let's turn on Below Deck and Desperate Housewives and have some escapism instead. That's why it's gotten so intense. So I'm just going to leave that there. You guys don't need me lecturing to you because you know, but it helps if it is put into words about why we are going through this at this time and why it is being so difficult to get this illegitimate regime out of power. Okay, going to leave it there. Loved you all. Take care.